Good afternoon, everybody. All about the gyro here with a bonus Sunday stream. Normally I don't stream on Sunday, but here we are at the Nurburgring. The reason why we're at the Nurburgring is the Snail racing community is establishing a brand new league, the Snail Speed League, and this is the first of the exhibition races. And I said, you know, I gotta get into
The
this.
pit lane speed limit is 37 miles per hour. All clear on pit exit. Black flag will need to pit to serve this penalty.
And I forgot to turn on the pit limiter. And we are driving.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him.
SSR, boys?
Ferrari 488 GT3.
5. That's a new fastest lap for Pedersen, 2:11.63. Fastest lap for Beck, 2:04.51. Fastest lap for Jacobson, 1:58.93. Watch the track limits, please, Dwayne. P7. The guy behind has just done a 2:04.74.
In turn 1, I just took a little bit of grass, just a tiny bit.
That's your best lap in this session. You're currently 3.8 off the pace. Your lap time was at 2:02.69.
Testing, testing.
Gotcha.
The guy behind has just done a 204.26. E9, that's your quickest lap in this session. That last lap was a 201.60. Yellow flag, watch out. Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap.
Sorry there, Dennis.
Yellow
Solid.
flag.
All right.
Car right side's clear.
Never saw me. He never saw me. Nah, he never saw me. Yeah, there's 20 different lines.
The leader has just done a 158.46.
Saw me. Alright. Just a little bit, so I took out just. No, I did not want. I don't need that much rotation in the car. 201. Middle of the field. Respectable. Aliens. Hey. Assuming I have voice. Let's find out if I. Let's find out. Hey,
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 hi.
hi.
Actually, that was so. Okay.
La 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 la.
La la
La
la
la
la.
la la.
That's what we're gonna do. And that's what's gonna be 5. Let's go tell. Okay, so calling in pretty close. So I know where I can get another second of pace. I get the Neils up right now. So let's so Heinrich, he's in the Merc. Good looking paint job.
Hi, Dwayne. Guys are you in the correct voice channel, the other guys are on the wrong one, but majority are there, so can we jump to Company 1?
I see it in there.
New fastest lap for Frost, 158.42.
Sean, get over.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you just shout out in game to ask people if they could join Comms 1 in Discord? Because I don't think this is everyone.
Driver brief, everybody. Driver
Everyone,
brief.
if you are
Are
not
not
in
in
Discord, get in
in
there.
there.
Love the message.
Comms
Comms
1.
I think there's 7 missing. So it's 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And for everyone on track that I was trying to talk and drive at the same time, I'm sorry.
It's okay, don't worry.
No, you're not.
Is Marcus not racing? I thought he
Good
said
evening.
He was here
Good
for the
afternoon.
practice earlier.
that. Good evening. Yeah, I saw him. I spoke to him earlier. I just don't see him in chat at the moment. He might be joining later. Maybe he's got his kid with him.
Maybe he's just going to join up about lap 5 and smoke us all.
Well, Kevin just joined, so there you go.
Discord briefing,
Kevin That one's scared.
One at this time. Please assemble. One.
Check, check, check.
Copy you loud and clear.
Right. I think that's pretty much everyone now. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I can't fucking.
23 people. That's me as the extra one, so I think that's everyone in Discord. So I just want to give, I'm not Pete, so I wanted to do a driver briefing. I'm not going to be as thorough as Pete, but I want to talk about the league briefly. And first of all, thank you guys for joining the league. It's way more people than I thought. So thank you for joining and turning up for the first exhibition race. What we're planning to do, so first, the league is for the snail racing community. It's not for anything else. It's
The
for us
leader's
to
just
all have
done
fun
at
with.
158.15.
In the short term, we're going to run a couple of exhibition races just to sort our admin out and build up a reasonable set of rules that we can use, because inevitably things will happen and we will need to deal with those issues. It's just racing and adrenaline kicking in. So we're building up a document that will, it's not going to be very complex rules, but we will build up a system where we can protest and deal with issues if we need to. It's just the right thing to do when we run a league, just to make sure it's objective, not subjective. So that's what we're going to be working on building up over the next 3 weeks before the full season starts. And in addition to that, is just a reminder, it's predominantly for fun, and then especially during the initial races, the skill level is very broad. If things go wrong, take it with a pinch of salt initially, and as it becomes more serious over the season, obviously we will deal with that in the ways we need to. But have fun, that's the most important thing. And again, it's for the community to have fun, to come together, to race together, and ultimately get to experience new content, different ways of running things. We're all about experimenting, so this is a massive experiment for us. We don't want to be Sim Racers World with very complex leagues. It takes full teams of people to run those things. We're just doing it for fun. Got a couple of people helping out, Dennis and Flappy is helping out, and I've got Pete helping out, and other people are giving advice. So the main thing is to have fun.
157.56.
Next 3 weeks, I think it's 3. Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be exhibition races. It's not serious and not going to be for points. We're going to take the outcome from these races, the results, and we're going to experiment with Dan Lisa and iRating point systems, so we can finalize how the league points will work and the best way it will work. So that's the purpose of these. Annie and myself won't be joining these. We've fully committed at the moment with other activities, but Annie will start streaming this from the official season start. She'll start streaming it. Now I've noticed this, we've already got Sean and Andrew streaming it as well, so thank you very much for that. And we can occasionally maybe make some highlight reels from these races and put them up as well for a bit of fun. But I can't thank you guys enough for joining this. The turnout is amazing. So I hope you all have a great race and have fun. I'm not going to be in the race. I'm around if there's any questions, but Dennis is there as well and Flappy is there. If there's anything, give us a shout. We'll sort it out. Annie's streaming, so I'm just on the other side of the PC, on the other side of the fence. So just go have fun. And if there's any feedback, let us know, and we'll keep improving. So that's it. And yeah, be safe, keep it clean, etc. You know, all the typical official race rules. That's what
So
we're gonna be
getting the briefing right now.
expecting in these races. Good, clean, fun racing.
Larry, I have a question, sir.
Go for it, mate.
In the VRS Sprint Series, there is a mandatory pit stop. Is that the case here?
So Dennis, I think you set the fuel at 50%. Is that correct?
Yes.
So It's not. It's mandatory because you're going to run out of fuel. But yeah, it's the same setup as VRS.
That's one way to ensure it's one way to ensure parity is just crimp the fuel line off.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's the same setup as VRS. It copies the settings and it gives
Okay,
us that exposure from VRS.
Almost
The guy behind
square
has just
away
done
here.
a
If we want to go into VRS
201.65.
races, then at least we get that experience in a safe environment like this.
Means I need to practice pit entries. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna have to download those helper apps for fuel planning.
If what's his name, crew chief will tell you.
Crew chief is nice and automatic.
Yeah, it does it all. And yeah, just mind the pit entry wall. Sean knows all about that.
Yep.
Yeah, my first
Together to refine this, I think it'll be a great series.
So I do have a quick question, if you don't mind. So if the attendance and the participation stays at the level that we have currently, do you foresee the need to create a couple splits?
Oh, we had that conversation because I was scared that would happen. We don't think we need to at this stage. I think we need to talk about drop weeks as well. If it spirals out of control, the challenge we're going to face is splits are manual. It's not automatic. So we'll need to host 2 sessions based on iRating. We need to manually split. And that's going to be tricky because on the night we need to do the split depending on who turns up. So that becomes a lot more challenging from an admin point of view. So preferably no splits because it's a headache when it comes to hosting and making sure you split correctly. That's my understanding. But again, that's something we might need to learn.
I think it's going to be more like a cutoff once it's full.
Yeah, and I think most of the tracks we've got enough pit stalls, so it might just be a very busy track,
Yeah, that's cool with me.
very busy current.
More people.
Well, initially we'll have 20 seconds of gap between the front and the back of the field, so I don't think it'll be an issue.
So yeah, that's a good question. We did speak about that briefly, but I'm very inexperienced in that space, so trying to avoid that if I can.
Just more people to hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So go and enjoy it. I have to go transition to Annie's stream, and she'll have 0 viewers this evening because everyone's racing. But you guys have.
Nice, yeah.
Come say hello afterwards, and have fun.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
This is beautiful. I'm pulling a whopping 37.
Okay, and we are done with the driver briefing here. So you may have heard that. I don't know if I'll make it to the recording, but there is a mandatory fuel stop. That is all I wanted to know. Happy days are here again. We're getting that.
Pit exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
Definitely starting to find a little bit more time.
Left side, clear left. Left side, clear left. P12. On your right, clear right. On your right, clear right.
Definitely pushing this car hard now.
Car left. Clear left.
Definitely get on the gas early in this car. This car is starting to come to me a little bit.
Okay, Dwayne, we need to watch these track limits.
Practice pit entry here.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. The guy behind has just done a 201.65. minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Box in 300 meters.
Okay, so we can kind of chase that in there.
Box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
A lot of Ferraris. Alright, now what I want to check here is... Okay, that's not too bad. I'm liking where the chassis is. I'm going to go down, back to 100 on the preload. Otherwise, I'm very, very happy with it. Kevin's been pushing really hard. Dennis has been very quick. You're going to see a very wide skill level here. Here's Dennis driving the Beamer. There is pace to be found. Alright, let's see what time it is here. Okay, we got about 12 minutes left, so we're going to take a little bit of a bio break, stretch a little bit. We're going to set it to scenic, and go from there. Okay, so let's do, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the holidays, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I am, you may hear any stream in the audio here.
Coming up now.
Okay, she is practicing. Spa race for Skippy. So, all right. All right, we're going to be back in about, let's say, 5 to 7 minutes here. And when we get back, we have our 10-minute quali. And then we're going to have a 40-minute race with mandatory pit stop. We'll be right back.
The car ahead has just done a 201.29. Alright, Dwayne, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. The guy behind has just done a 201.86.
We got to get the microphony in position. We have about 5 minutes left in the session. And so I thought I would use this time to talk about the host. And that is Snail Racing. So Annie and Larry are the two progenitors. And Annie has a great Twitch and YouTube channel. Make sure that you like and follow.
Okay,
and
Dwayne,
subscribe.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
She's doing a lot of good things in the community, and she's growing, and very exciting times for snail racing. And so, normally she does a lot of skippings, but poll got put out to the community, and I think she honestly thought it was going to get skipped. Well, something like 2/3, I think, was the ending percentage. Wanted GT3. And so here we are, and we're going to parallel the VRS Sprint calendar for league races, which I think are going to be on Sundays. Privately, I hope there are some Saturdays, but it may not be the case, so I tend to take Sunday. Pretty important day for me, so we'll see how it works out. But we got a nice attendance for the first of 3 exhibition races. So basically, we're just looking to see how everything happens. Here are all of the, and as you see, it is set up where you have a drive-through at 17, 25, fuel limits at 50%. So it is just like a VRS sprint race. And let's look at the times. I'm right there at 2016. I know there's a second worth of pace, so I know I'm in. If I can find that extra second of pace, which I think is there. There's 2 corners where I'm kind of struggling. The hairpin down at the bottom, and the left-hander leading into the final part of this sector here. So there's a left-hander and then this right-hander you see here, and the run down to the chicane. So chicane, that left-hander, hairpin. If I can get that squared away, I'm definitely in the 2 minutes, and I may be below 2 minutes. So this hairpin here, it's sneaky because it's actually it's not a true hairpin. It's not symmetrical. It's recognizing that. So, but yeah, very excited to see this community take steps forward.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
And so yeah, got to support our communities. We're about ready to now. Ferrari's a good car for here. I think the Audi should be good here. I'm going to be very curious to see how the Merc goes, because at the front end of the car, how the Merc goes. He presents an EOP, but this circuit has stop and start.
Checkered flags out, 15th place.
That is a very slow chicane.
That's the end of the session, P15.
Alright, so 10-minute qualifying. And see who goes out. There's a few, so.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. Okay, Dwayne, we've got 9 minutes to get the job done.
So I know my optimal is in the 2-minute range, which is the target for me. Might get it down.
Left, clear left, car left, clear left. Yellow flag, caution. Just done a 158.55. 0.07 seconds off the pace. That lap was a 2:04.22. The guy in front has just done a 2:03.04.
So easy to catch this car.
Just done a 1:57.06. That puts you 4.8 seconds off the leader's pace.
2:01.8, I'm pretty happy with that. That is with me pushing this car really, really hard. Pushing it really, really hard. I'm at 2:01.8. My fastest was 2:01.6. I know I got a little bit pace, but there's such wide varieties of skill here. You know, it's going to be a learning exercise. I'm learning about a car. I'm learning about this track. It's a very challenging circuit. Colin and I have been matching up pretty closely. And Sean's in the Merc. Heinrich is also in the Merc. The other Heinrich is, we have two Heinrichs. Oh, someone just had a spin. Sorry, one driver. Wally's almost done. Let's see how our incidents are. Only have two. Dennis is on 10. Jonathan's like, there's a lot of people in. Think it's done? Here's the Snail Racing livery. Very nice looking livery, I must say. Snail logo in front, Snail speed. Really
The guy behind has just done a 2:02.50.
And here's Kevin. In the Guinness Ferrari. Loving it. Here's some more Snail Racing stuff. This one is kind of got that, it used to be 410, Racing Point feel to it. Liking it. Bruce in the Merc here. Ferrari. Nick also in the Ferrari. Lots of love. Loving it. Loving it. Lots of snail racing. Seeing something. Here is the McLaren. So Klaus. Then. So. I have to decide what my strategy is going to be. Gotta decide on the strategy. Just waiting for the last laps to be finished here. Practiced. And so now, there's the finish flag. The session is going to be advanced. I'm not upset over that. This is a car that I haven't drove in earnest outside of a GT3 fixed. I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try today, and so far I'm liking. So we'll have the in-game chat on. Pretty friendly crowd, but standard disclaimer applies. Now what I have to decide is how much fuel am I going to put in. Right now I'm at 14. And that should take me around 30 to 33 minutes. So once I hear the window opening, what I'm looking to do is probably undercut.
To everyone running in the 150s, I hope you get fruitcake for Christmas.
Fruitcake is a mean.
I get that every year.
So, all right.
That's the end of the session, P11.
I'm okay with P11. I'm more competitive than I thought I would be in this car. All right, so. That's what I've been running, and then we'll move the bias to the back, but I like where the ABS and all that is right now. We're going to, and there's 255 fast repairs. Keep that. I think when they start the actual season, we'll take that off. They may grant 1. I like that idea.
The track temp is 67 Fahrenheit. The air temp is 65 Fahrenheit.
My road iRating is only 12. But
Follow car number 666 in the right lane. Alright, Dwayne, get ready. Green, green, green.
Should outpull me here in a straight line.
Car left, clear left. Left side, clear left.
Tires. Little gap on Heinrichs. Tires cannot gas here. Now Heinrich may send it on me. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go defensive.
Car right. Hold your line, right side's clear.
Heinrich was quicker. That was the other Heinrich is in the pits. Unfortunately. Not later.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Put it off.
The leader has just done a 158.37. Okay, Dwayne, relax, focus, keep it smooth, P10. Car left. Clear left. Right side. Clear right. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
I don't know where he's going here. I'm stuck trying to. I don't want to brake, but I got more speed as he does. In case we're out box seven. Thing is, pick up pace.
The leader has just done a 157.71. The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 0.40. P15. Left side, clear left. Come on, don't let him get away. Car right. Still there, clear right. Okay, Dwayne, we think our refueling window will open after 29 minutes. It closes after 35 minutes.
Well, lesser skill. I have to keep that in mind. Now lost.
The gap ahead is now 1.2 seconds.
Very happy with all that. There's no reason to dive there, but I'm already going 38 minutes.
P19. The guy ahead is Edison. Yellow flag, watch out.
Sorry, but
Feeling frustrated now. Because have good pace. First mistake.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm trying to hit up. The second one completely. Oh my God.
Alright, Dwayne, the next car is Evans. The 18. Clear left, car left. Still there. Still there, clear left, well done. Eyes front now. The gap to Pedersen ahead is increasing. It's now 1.3. Yellow flag. Place. That was a 202.74. The car ahead is McLeod. The gap to Evans behind is now 4.9 seconds. to McLeod ahead is increasing. It's now 0.9. Your last lap time was at 2:02.60. Stay between the lines, please, Dwayne. You need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
Thanks, Sean and Brad.
Slow down. Cover.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Saw that brake tap, Bruce. I know you're starting to have problems turning the car. Settlement here at the chicane.
Okay, Dwayne, keep Alan under pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Not quite.
Run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. B16. You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty. You just cut the track.
Man, this part puts belief in you. You can get after. See why Hal 74 on Twitch. Like he likes Ferrari so much. Starting to get it now.
This is okay. Keep those exit speeds up. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Okay, Dwayne, we're halfway home. Should be about 13 minutes of fuel remaining.
Okay.
The gap to McLeod ahead is now 0.6.
Alright, I'm ready undercut.
Pit lane speed limit is 37 miles per hour. We'll fuel you to the end of the race.
Okay, a couple other guys have got the right idea.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 1. Box now.
Here we go. Classic what might have been. This could have easily been top 10.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
Got no traffic behind me.
Go past me.
Place. Jacobson is getting closer. The gap's come down to 6.9 seconds. Blue flag. Left, that's 15 minutes. Blue flag. Car left. Clear left. P16, that lap was at 202.71. Okay, Mike, we just cut the track.
Getting dive bombed in this corner really disturbing.
We've been warned about track limits.
Come on. Driving like a freaking Muppet. Stop driving like a Muppet.
You're reeling Jacobson in. The gap is 1.3 seconds.
Sorry for the chat.
Track limits. 3:17.
Happened here in this corner last time. There's some dirt over there. I got the back tire in it. Please turn. Can you do that? Try to touch. Try to touch. That's a stupid off track.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Dwayne.
Sorry about that. I locked up my brakes. Didn't mean to. Wasn't trying to dive you.
Heads up, there's a car exiting the pits. The car in front is pitting. B16. Ten minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Definitely hot corn. A lot less tricky.
The gap to Jacobson ahead is increasing. It's now 9.4. The leader's pitting now.
Realizing we have to be more biased back than I'm used to.
Okay, Dwayne, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
So, going back to there, minimum very bias here. Ooh, almost lost it there. Almost lost it.
nice and tidy. Okay, Dwayne, the next car is Jacobson. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Extra brake change help.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. The gap behind is now 17 seconds. The gap to Jacobson ahead is increasing. It's now 8.2. Blue flag.
Definitely know why you like this car. Devin, come on the inside here. I'm gonna lift your
Hit all your apexes. Wait for the chances to come, mate. P15. The leader has just done a 157.14. Car right. Right side's clear. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Car left. Clear left. Alright, Dwayne, don't let this guy distract you. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. 14th.
Dennis had a problem.
5 minutes of fuel left.
Nailed it! We now have your song right here.
White flag, 1 more lap. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Dwayne.
Trying to chase down Bruce, but steady on my 202s. There we have it.
Yellow flag, watch out. B14, that's the end of the race. We'll get him next time.
Alright, that's let's see here. I would say lap 13.
Good race, guys.
Yeah, number 16 car. Okay, who is this car? Okay, Vettel. Ended up 12, so let's look at already there. Yeah, that is just terrible driving. That's disturbing. But anyway, that is it from here. Let me flip over to that. That way we keep everything moving, right? Gotta keep everything moving. Okay, we're just waiting on the last results here.
next year. This is actually prime working time for me. So
Ah.
well, I
Yeah.
have no idea what's going on with my career right now, so I'm going to participate as much as I possibly can.
Same here. Same here.
Luckily, I'm serving out my notice period, so they literally cannot fire me if they tried. In fact, I wish they
I'm
would.
in no danger of being fired. I'm in danger of just saying screw this and walking off.
On the bright side, I'm not last. Yes.
This
One,
is the moment where I get launched into orbit.
yeah.
Hey,
One
I ended
quick
up on my hood and still managed to only finish a lap down. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
What I'm very happy about is I managed to drop 3 seconds off my lap time in that race.
3 seconds?
right.
That's pretty good.
I'm just happy I survived.
One quick thing, everybody. If you inadvertently tap someone or wreck someone, please make sure that you apologize. I got unceremoniously dumped in the arena, and it was a classic situation where someone didn't realize the road was disappearing from them. It happens. We learned from it, but just make sure you either type or say, "Hey, we're sorry." That way you have no ill feelings. I can tell you the safety here is a lot better than 90% of the IMSA races I've been in this season.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
but if you stop and let him by again, it's good also.
There's a lot more respect when rejoining. I noticed that. That's really good to see.
Yeah, I think I only had a couple oh crap moments there.
Yeah, I had one. There was a couple of cars parked in turn 4, I think it was. I had no chance to avoid it. I just rear-ended that Mercedes that was parked there. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I had.
You want to quit? I don't know who I punted in the hairpin, but
Let's see.
I'll let him by. I stopped and let him by.
This was fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was. Now I almost don't want to go back to a regular race.
I'll tell you that I was very pleasantly surprised because I went forward and then started getting tapped around like a ping pong ball, but the pace of almost everybody seemed to improve because the first third of the race, I was chasing down people. The last third, I'm having to drive at the absolute limit just to get a tenth or two.
I'm looking at the results kickback right now, and I mean the average lap times. I mean Kevin was sitting here with a 159 average, and then it was a 201, 201, 203, 204, 204. I mean all the way up to 209. So I mean everybody was within a few seconds of each other there.
Yeah.
I was sitting at a 159.
Yeah, your average lap time is 159, 659 with a best lap of 157, 142.
Jesus, I improved a lot.
That's just too fast. You're fired.
With one incident? Oh no, but that can't. Tom.
No, I was at 16 incidents. I know that. That's
wait
what
a
I said. I
minute.
don't.
No. I was looking at the other. There's two Kevins.
Oh, it's Kevin Wilcutt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who ran
Yeah.
the 159. You, on the other hand, were a 204
Okay.
with a 201 best.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense to me.
Okay.
It's like where did I find 5 seconds?
We had 2 Kevins in there. Okay, give me a break.
Why can't I see my results? I only see the practice one. Where's the other one?
I haven't seen any results coming up yet.
Hold on 1 second. I got the link for you here.
I had to go. Yeah, I had to go back into my leagues and then go. Where did I find it at? Let me see. Yeah, if you go
save
in,
the replay, it's in there as well.
Okay, it's in the SSR League. I just pasted the link, and you can see the results we've had. You can click on laps to see how every lap you did, the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
So for the Ferrari users, who used my suggestions that I posted earlier in the chat about setup?
Me.
How was it?
It was really good.
I didn't even see those. I was running this base VRS one.
Yeah, because one of the things that we have to remember is not everyone is going to have access to like VRS, PDS, CSS, and all that.
Yeah, I just ran the baseline because I'm still learning the car. So.
Me too.
Yeah, the sprint setup for the Ferrari here, it's pretty reasonable. Yes, you have to tune off of it a little bit, but I did the second practice session, one right before the race, on that setup with what I had said. That's why you didn't hear anything, because I'm like, okay, this is a good raceable setup. It was easier on the fronts than the custom setup I ran in the race. The one I ran in the race, the last about, I would say 4 laps, I had to move the brake bias a fair bit because the fronts were definitely hot.
Okay. Hey, a 202? No kidding. Wow.
going through all my junk here.
I just pasted a screenshot in the Snail Speed League from the end of the race.
What did you paste it in?
I don't know who it was, but
I think
that was me.
Yeah,
that was
right
me.
in front of me.
Yeah, that was me getting sent into orbit. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like
I've got
the pink car.
Yeah, the pink car is parked up on the barrier. Yeah, I don't know how to make this pop up on my screen here, and so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that was.
Yeah, Sean. Hey, Sean, it would be interesting to know what your tire wear was at the end of that race, because I caught you really, really quickly at the end. I was taking like 4 seconds a lap out of you.
Yeah, what about you? What about you driving?
I was on the Ferrari.
And
Yeah,
Sean
see,
was in the Merc.
I was in the Merc, and I did not take tires when I came in for fuel, so I was running the same tires through the whole race. So
Yeah, I was on the same tires too, but one of the things I keep hearing about the Merc is on short, twisty twacks, it really eats its tires up.
Yeah, I was like take for instance, when you come around the hairpin, and then you go through the left-hander, and then you got the other little slow left-hander, and then it's back to the right where you punch it down, and then you got that little sweeping left. I could usually just downshift real quick, tap the brakes, and hit that with no problems. And there near the end, those couple off tracks that I had there at the end was because the car wasn't sticking anymore.
Yeah.
Who was driving the BMW?
I just kept pushing wide every time, which kind of irritated me because it caused that's part of how you were getting time back on me, is because I had off tracks there 2 laps in a row where I had to freaking woe it up and slow way down and hammer the brakes.
But that's
If
the.
it wasn't for that,
Yeah, I know. I know my tire wear on the Ferrari when I got out was in the mid 70s on the
Oh, that's good.
fronts. On the
That's
fronts,
good.
they were mid 70s. The rears were a lot better, so that's why I mentioned about the brake bias. I had to take a 1 point. It was about 1.25% and move it back just to get the car slowed down.
Now, is there any way to go back after the race to see? Because I saved the replay. Because I was wondering if there was a way to go back and look and see what my tires were at the end of that race.
No, then you need to go in the pits and then see
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I didn't go into
Yep.
pits. I went into orbit instead.
But
yeah, I was about to say to check my tires, I need a satellite.
all tires all tires from everybody should be around 70%.
Yeah, mine was 71 on the left front, 74 on the right front.
Who was driving the BMW?
The pink one.
I did, but there were more.
I thought Dennis Jacobson drove one of the BMWs.
Jacobson drove the Ferrari.
Or did he drive the Ferrari?
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Does it say in the results? It might say in the results.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, by the way, next week, folks, we're at the actual Zolder, aka Jimmy Broadbent land. That's VRS Sprint next week.
Zolder?
Dennis.
Are we going to the attic?
Dennis was in the BMW. Niels was in the BMW. Yeah, I was. And nobody else.
Yep. There was one. I thought there was one McLaren.
Two
I say
McLaren.
there were a couple of them.
Were there two? Okay.
At least two, because I'm in one.
Niels, how are your front tires at the end of the race?
I think Klaus,
Mine were actually good, actually.
I think Klaus had the other one.
Does VRS tell us that data?
I am Klaus. I'm Klaus.
Yes. Oh, yes. I was not looking. I was looking at the results, Klaus. I'm sorry.
I wonder. Yeah, does VRS tell us?
So I'll just have a look.
That's a
Here's
good
my
question.
session.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
it's only
only the
tells you
tire
if
at
you
the
went
end.
into the pit at the end. I
Few
just
sessions.
checked that as well.
There was another McLaren. I think it was
Klaus and then
I
Nick.
think there was a
Nick,
dark
yeah.
skin livery one. I think.
Yeah, only Nick. Nick had a McLaren.
Look, 38 laps.
Now,
Where's
if
Nick?
you,
Oh,
By the
Nick
way,
Frost. Yeah, Nick
I was
Frost,
in the
number
Merc,
3.
yeah,
and I did my fastest lap on my last lap, so it was a 2:02.
yeah, I after I got back into the rhythm, most of my laps coming home was 202.2, 202.2, 202.2, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm consistent. You know.
Yeah, I want to say my last few were in the 202s.
Yeah, mine too, I think.
So, one quick thing about Zolder, just from driving hundreds of laps, getting ready for the charity race I'm doing at the end of this week. The chicanes, you have to be very disciplined driving over the chicanes. Lots of slowdowns and off tracks at the chicanes.
Okay.
You can pick the first corner of the chicane, the second one you get the slowdown.
Yep. And the second one at the kind of the top end of the circuit before you start heading back, that one catches a lot more people out than you realize.
Well, that was a brutal experience. Oh my god, there's so much data here. Engine, car balance, gearbox, force feedback, damper histograms. I've never seen any of this. Tires.
Oh, that was fun. Finally,
Yeah, it was.
finally race against you guys.
That's fun.
Yeah,
There was a big pack of you guys all up there in the
like the 2-minute range.
Yeah, I screwed up a couple of times.
I was very happy with how clean I was. I think I had 4 off tracks in total.
I had 4 or 5 off tracks as well, but fortunately no black flags and pits. I think those kill guys.
I got 2 black flags for the pit.
Yeah, I think I had 11x, but that was because I was driving at the absolute limit, trying to get everything out of the car. And
I know this.
Nurburgring, yeah, I mean, Nurburgring, a lot of people don't realize the Nurburgring GP layout, it is similar to Spa and Coda with how tight their off tracks are.
Yeah, true.
No.
Yeah, some of them are very tight.
Well, that was my 3rd time in my life ever actually driving on the Nurb, and I can tell you it definitely is it's a challenge.
Nurburgring it's how you attack the corner if you get an off track.
Yeah.
I purchased this track today.
Ha.
I'll tell you as a resource to help you is Russell Barnes. He runs a channel called Finding Speed, and he does VRS Sprint track guides. So I was in the same boat. I had the full Nurburgring. I'm much more familiar with the long circuit than I am this one. I sat and watched that video twice, knowing, okay, I'm going to drive an unfamiliar car. Normally I would drive the Z4. But I said, you know what? I'm going to drive the Ferrari because I'm the one that said you should drive one. I'm going to back up my words with actions. And he coincidentally also drives a Ferrari. So that may be a very good resource as you stay in the league. You have some tuition available to you to help you figure out where to brake, how to turn, and all that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's a good resource. I think my main gap today was one, unfamiliarity with the track, obviously, but I'd also been racing in the MX5 pretty heavily the last 3 weeks or so, and there at the end of last week, I had been trying so hard to preserve my SR for license promotion that I had been tentative, and so I was turning really early. And you can't turn early at the NURB because the banking plus the hard turns, it just kills your speed coming through. Yep. And so I spent a lot of the exhibition today in second gear, just trying to get back on RPM out of the apex.
Yeah,
but sometimes you need attack early.
What's the name of this guy?
His YouTube channel is Finding Speed. He streams on YouTube and Twitch, mostly YouTube. Russell Barnes, Finding Speed. And in that video, he said, now keep in mind, I'm going to blow your mind. He went around there at 1 minute 55 and change. And he was driving the arena section. That's that first section where you slam on the brakes, turn right down the hill, and go left, and you finally have that right. That's the arena section. He was taking that tight left and right complex to get out in second gear because he said, you can do it in first, but you'll probably spin the car. Same thing for the hairpin. You can take it in first, but you'll probably spin the car. So you had good, intuition saying, I should do this in second gear. He's doing it too.
Yeah, but he's doing it in the Ferrari, Dwayne.
I know. That's my point. He's doing it in
And
the
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
And the Ferrari is a car that hates hates first gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
If I do that in the BMW, I don't have any exit speed. If you do it in the Merc, you don't have any exit speed.
Yep. And
that's
Dion
fair.
brings up a very valid point, and that is the gearing. So each one of these GT3 cars, he brings up the Merc. I've been driving the Merc ever since they fixed it. They finally fixed it. And the first gear you have to get rotation of the car. You have to have it for the Merc. BMW is the same way. Have to have first gear for rotation. So with the Ferrari, the first gear is for either getting off the line on a standing start, getting out of your pit box. That's pretty much it. You really don't want to be using first gear, because it's the one rare case where if you get on the gas too hard, snap oversteer, you're going to spin it.
Yeah.
That was the cause of my two errors: the early spin and then coming out of a turn and hitting the bank and flipping the car. Is because I lost track of where I was in the gearing and accidentally clicked down to first instead of sticking in second.
Yeah, I caught a couple of real far off tracks, not just dipping my left wheels in the turf, just all the way off track, because I'd get down at the very end trying to, I kept trying as the race went on. I kept trying to just turn later and later just to kind of see where the limit of the exit was. And a couple times I did that, and I was still in, third gear, and you just don't have the torque to pull the car to the right when you're not down in second.
There's a couple of tracks you need to use the first gear in the Ferrari, but 90% of the tracks, it's only what Dwayne said: start and pit, and never coming back
First
in
gear again, huh? Wow.
Never.
That's good info.
Like,
Yeah, that's really good info.
The last chicane. So at the Nurburgring GP layout, there's two chicanes. You have the GP chicane, then you have the endurance chicane. So the endurance chicane is the one that's the further one. That's the easier one.
That's the
GP
fast
one
one.
is the harder one. And I barely 6 inches to the right, 2.9 second slowdown. I went, you have got to be kidding, you communist. For 6 inches off.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right corner. The right, going to the right.
Yep.
I had honestly, it was funny that final, that final really sharp chicane at the end of that long straight. I had zero problems with that today, which surprised me because I don't have a lot of road experience. But I had zero problem holding speed through there, getting two wheels up on the curb, and then getting right onto the wheel to wheel around to the right and get back on the throttle for that straight.
What car were you using?
I was in the Ferrari, but the biggest issue,
the Ferrari ate that chicane up.
Yeah, it did, and I really enjoyed driving it through there for that reason. The biggest issue I had was that one. So after you come through, you've got a left sweep and then a right at the bottom of a hill, and you come into a medium straight. There's a hard left turn where at the apex there's a bunch of green paint and turf. I drove off that damn thing today probably 4 times. And I think it's because it looks so much like the previous turn that you can lift and go through there in third gear at pretty high speed. But man, I shot over that damn thing probably 3 or 4 times today.
I'm thinking which corner you're talking about.
It may be the Schumacher S, because you come out of the hairpin and you have to steel yourself up, mount the curb, breathe the throttle just a little, or if you got hardcore masculinity, floor it through the left-right going up the hill. And if you get it right, when you get into
So it's the Kumo. It's the Kumo's the one I'm talking about. Turn
okay,
10.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'm looking at the map.
That's the one after that.
I've got my tire wear if you're interested. VRS definitely has it.
Okay, what do you got, Bruce?
So I'm not sure which is which corner because it just gives them all 4 and a bump. But so this is the Merc. This is the last lap. So I've got 94, 83, 82. So that's outer, middle, inner. On the I think that's front left, front right. Yeah, that would be front left. 80 front right was 85 inner, 87 middle, 96 outer. The rears, outer, middle, inner was 94, 92, 92. And the right rear, middle, inside to outside, 91, 92, 94. So down to 82 on the inside, front left, 85 front right.
That is very surprising because
is that cold? That sounds cold to me.
It was 10%
no, that's wear, not
lower.
temperature.
Oh, I thought that was temperature. Sorry.
Oh,
no.
Okay, that's
percentage wear. Okay, I got my temp as well. So the temps was in Celsius because I'm Australian. 85, 89, 96 Celsius front left. 93, 86, 81 front right. 82, 86, 92 front right rear. 98, 83, 78.
Yeah,
Right
your
rear.
tires are much cooler than mine. Mine was in the fronts converting from Fahrenheit was about 103 Celsius, but then again I
Whoa.
was driving it really hard toward the end.
Yeah, no, I wasn't pushing. I was like clean laps, just trying to keep it smooth.
Yeah.
That's also a big difference.
Yeah.
I wasn't sliding at all.
But I'm
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised to hear that the Merc was not as hard on the fronts as it's historically been. And that circuit being so start-stop, I was expecting, if anyone drove an Audi or if anyone drove a Merc, I was very curious to see tire wear. And that surprises me.
Yeah, but it all depends. If you're pushing the Merc, really pushing it, then the tire wear is gonna eat it. It's gonna eat the tires. But if you just lift a little bit for corners, then the tire wear is already less.
So can I suggest that we set up a Snail Teams in VRS? That way we can all share each other's data.
That's a good idea.
So just get Larry to do it. We can all, cause I'd rather him do it because I own it than myself, but I'm more than happy to share my data. And then if we're already paying for it anyway, we
Yeah,
can do
I
it.
think that's a great idea, Bruce, because that's how we're going to improve, is looking at data, finding the cars that we want to drive. So yeah, that's a splendid idea.
So the other thing too, which I want to talk about is I hadn't driven this track, like I said, during the race for 15 years, right? So I jumped in for the first time last night. And what I did is, because I've been driving the Porsche, I actually turned off traction control and I turned off ABS, so I could actually find how the car wanted to be driven without it. So I was actually running traction control and ABS on one and one in that whole session.
See you later.
Wow. So